Okay, I've got everyone's eyes. This is Nathan. Yeah, Nathan. And I'm Janice. Do you know me? Hello. First of all, I'm going to welcome you all in the Palawakani, Tasmanian Aboriginal language. Yapalingana, Nina Mapali, Miladina Pakana, Ningimpi Nangampi Takara, Miladina Nika, Mina Tanapuli Tanapuli Pakana. Hello to everyone and welcome here to Aboriginal land. We all acknowledge our old people who once walked this country, and we acknowledge our Tasmanian Aboriginal community today.
Launching Into Learning is a program that has been funded by the state government, where teachers are working with children who are aged birth to 4 in a program that supports parents and their children. And so the work that we do has sprung from the recognition about the importance of outdoor play for children, the importance of child-centred play for children, and also the importance of using what we call loose parts for children to explore in a child-centred kind of way. It's a child-centred approach. It doesn't mean to say that adults aren't involved in that process. The adults are there to support the children when the children guide us towards the kind of support that they need. We know already that Aboriginal families, in fact all families, benefit tremendously from participating in the early years programs that are being run around the state. Our main purpose is to ensure that Aboriginal education early years officers have an opportunity to work with families, particularly with the families who are most vulnerable and the families of very young children. And so we rely very heavily on our Aboriginal people to be advocates in that field and to teach everybody else, and to support by modelling and to support by being involved in those programs.
So fire was really important for our people. It gave us life. Our people used to use fire as a farming tool. They had a lot of knowledge that was handed down.
I was first invited up to the Sustainability Centre by Vicky, and there was an area that we would access to go bushwalking, and there's all these different things along the way, and as people are talking about that, we're being able to bring that cultural perspective. So it gives us the opportunity to talk language and welcome to country. Our projects that we've been working with have been mainly on country with families, and so I think what this program brings is it's valuing our families' history. It's valuing what they're bringing into the classroom, and it's bringing to light their stories, their family stories.
The important part about these programs is that firstly, we trust that the parents are the first educators of their children, and we really want to get that message across that we value the work of those parents. All of this is to help children to become school ready. And so when we do early learning programs, there is an emphasis on exploration and an emphasis on dialogue, actually talking and conversing, and encouraging parents to be involved. And so we'll do the things that Aboriginal families traditionally and continually through their continuing culture value and respect and understand and share. That's where the dialogue can happen and the conversations can happen, where we say, we can learn from you, but also these children might be able to learn by easing your way into these early years programs.
We're at Wairapiti in Geeston. Wairapiti means forest ground in local Aboriginal language, so it's the Child and Family Centre. We run Aboriginal programs here for families and the children. So we've got one program that runs out of this room called the Una Playgroup. We run Aboriginal focused activities each session. The children still get to play, just with Play-Doh and stuff like that, but the main focus for that day would be an Aboriginal session. We might work on, say, ochre for one session. I mean, the parents are as just involved as the children are, so they're sort of finding out a lot of information as well. So yeah, the Aboriginal people in this area were a little bit lost and they didn't have that identity, not like other areas that I've worked in. So running Aboriginal programs that actually brought some of those people into the centre and started to sort of talk about Aboriginal issues. So they'd go back to their families and talk, and some of their brothers, sisters, they'd come in as well and say, "I'll come in, they're doing an Aboriginal program here today." It sort of brought people out of the woodwork. When I went to school, I was in the same boat. You'd say you're Aboriginal and people would say, "Oh no, don't mention that, you won't be looked on favourably." But now, to be Aboriginal, I think it's something to be proud of. I'm still learning every day, so it's great. It's a real journey for me, and them being a lot younger than me, it must be exciting for them to find out different stuff. I mean, there's Aboriginal sites not far from this area, and we talk about stuff here, then go and visit a site so they can actually feel it and touch it sort of firsthand. So yeah, it gives them a sense of sort of belonging, I think.
We are constantly trying to understand for ourselves what it is that is good practice and good culturally responsive practice that would encourage the families who are not coming to these programs. And so the really key part is that parents and carers come to these places and they get involved and they meet other parents, they meet educators, and they literally are growing strong together.